Oh, it looks like we forgot they did the tops as well. We can do that later. And, you know, just to quickly show, we'll do a similar, let's name that so it's not confusing. We'll start a new one for the floor. No, I don't know if that's what it's actually called. Here, you know, you're trying to match that line. It's a bit of a, you know, that's not quite right too much. If you were drafting, you could obviously figure it out more precisely, but that's probably fine. And we'll do this one over here too. Yeah, I think there was one connecting, yeah, between rooms. Like that. Okay, and you can use black again, or I don't know, maybe they use like a, not a black color, maybe like a orangey brown or something. Paint bucket that, and then again, just take the opacity way down. And that's, yeah, not bad. You can work whatever level of detail you like if you want to do some of these things. And some of this could be done through modeling more detail or through just more detailed collage. It's really up to you, or you can decide it's enough as is. Depends what you're trying to do. Another thing I noticed is our floor is a little dark. And this is one of the materials we didn't do in V-Ray, so we didn't adjust it at all. So let's just go into that wood floor layer and add one of those hue saturation adjustment layers. And we'll make it a little bit more yellow, maybe a little more saturated. But we'll take the lightness and bring it up as well. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Oh, and one more, couple little walls we could darken to help give that depth, especially that furthest back wood wall there. So for that, if you remember, we duplicate layer, call it backwood wall. We'll zoom way in. We'll try and get an accurate selection. Again, you might want to take a bit more time on this than I am. But okay, so we're on that copy, make a mask. You're now selecting that mask, control click. Oops, not brightness contrast, sorry. We're going to do the hue saturation and just darken it a little bit. Oh, crap. Okay. There we go. That's not bad. Maybe that's too much. Just a little bit so you get the depth. Okay. Good, so we're almost at the stage where we're ready for just bringing in the entourage and then kind of doing some further adjustments. Oh, another thing, I mentioned just some of the details, like maybe going back and fixing the grout, adding things like these window frames. So for that, I would usually start a new layer. It's not great working in lines in Photoshop because it's all raster, but it does work, and it kind of has its own aesthetic, which is fine. Line tool, you can adjust the kind of thickness. Let's do like a 3 pixel line in white to get something like these window frames. So for that, you just kind of gets a. It's nice how kind of rough it can be. And it's really up to you. Now, some people may do very detailed collages that have a lot of precision, and that also might look good. I think there's one over here. That one, maybe it should be a little smaller because it's, by the way, let's do a 2-pixel line. Again, you do a better job than that here. We can go down to a thin 1-pixel line to just some of the grout that's disappeared in the render quality. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Just an example. Here's another. The masking can sometimes, because the material's all uniform, you'll lose some of the kind of 3-dimension to it, and you can just go in Photoshop and kind of fake it. For that, maybe you'll use a selection tool. You can start a new layer if you want. And you would just, for example, add that with a fill. And maybe like a slightly lighter one for the. All right, it's fine. Yeah, not perfect, but you get the idea. You might want to do that there too, or you could just do it with a line if it's, pretty thin anyways. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anything else before we add in the entourage? Again, there are more details, and I think, why don't we go in, little things like this, if you fix up that door frame and even add kind of the lines that indicate the kind of stacking of materials are nice details. So if we go back into door frames, for example, we could finish that one, and then in this details layer, back to the line tool in white, or maybe like a light gray. You could just add something like, it all just kind of depends how you're trying to make it look in the end. We're good. Okay, let's start bringing in some of the entourage. I'll just, again, start with another clip so this doesn't get too long.